though it is your life, not a side hustle. You want to treat it like a side hustle and you'll get side hustle results. Treat it as though it is your main thing. So, yeah. So, I'm not going to try. We hate that word. I'm going to do.
That's it.
As Nike say, just do it.
In fact, you know that T word costs you, okay? So for those of you that are brand new, we're not allowed to say that T word, okay? That T word will cost you £1 or $1. We have a separate place where you pay it. So if you do say it, you pay it. Why? Because you pay when you say that T word, okay? You pay the price. It's either you do it or you don't. So the T word is indeed banned. You will be pulled up on it if you say the T word. It does cost you. And then what we do is come the end of the year or come the end of the quarter, depending how much we've got, we then give that out, as charity or donation to somebody in the team, or to, we put the money towards something. All right. So someone remind me to make sure I tell you about the team trip. Okay. That's important for me to drop that in as well. So who else have we got on here? Someone we haven't heard from. Gary Francis. I know we have so many Garys in the team now. Gary, can you unmute? What course have you went through? What have you learned, or a key takeaway from that so far?
Well, I actually went on Chiro, but I didn't mean to. I ended up on it by accident. But I've done the two weeks on Chiro. I wanted to do the marketing personally, but I got mixed up and then ended up going through the Chiro course. But it was good. Some key things that I didn't know about it. And the only thing I was concerned about is the fact that it's all in kind of American speak and American demographics. So I don't know how applicable it is to the UK.
Yeah, so all of the information is quite generic. When you get onto the live session, you'll get specifics for the UK. But yeah, it will be fine for both places. The Turo platform is worldwide. So you can use all the information in the courses, and the live sessions will pick up on anything that there's a difference. So for example, those of you that are doing the financial literacy course, you know that tax law in the UK is different from tax law in America, for example, to tax law in Dubai. Those things will be picked up on your live session, and everything else in the courses will be quite generic. Sometimes there's things that can't be avoided, like the word attorney instead of lawyer. Some of those things, are just, jargon that hopefully most of us understand those words, but most of it will be specific based inside the live sessions. That makes sense.
I just ask one quick question?
Yes, go for it.
If you, like, for instance, I've done the 2 weeks in Chiro, but I want to actually do the marketing. Do I have to go through the whole of Chiro before I can go onto the marketing course?
No. You can just go into marketing straight away, because you've got the gold pack, if I remember correctly. That's right. Yes. So you can go straight into it. You don't have to complete the whole 2 weeks either. You can flick in and out if you wanted to as well. So yeah, you can do that.
Thank you.
Perfect. We'll pick one more person. Thank you for that, Chigs, and thank you for that, Gary F. Who else do we have on here? Leslie. We'll go Leslie. Which course have you gone through this week, and one key takeaway from yourself, sir?
Hello.
Aloha.
Basically, what I've done is I've just navigated to get to know the outlay. I haven't actually gone into anything to actually learn anything yet, just getting familiar with where everything is.
Okay, cool. Thank you. We'll pick somebody else. Thank you, Leslie. Who else we have? Marsha. Hey, Marsha. Marsha B.
Hi, sorry.
Hello. Which course have you gone through so far? And just one takeaway. How you doing, girlfriend?
Sorry, I'm on financial literacy course, and I've gone through, I think I'm done weeks 1 to 4, talking about your budgeting. I haven't what can I take away from it? It's made me realise I need to be more organised with everything that I'm doing, and also showing the children what they need to do regarding budgeting. I think that's what I've learned so far.
Yes.
I think I'm waiting for week 5 and 6 to unlock. So I'm just eager, itching, like I just want to run, but I know I got to walk before I run. So that's what I've been doing so far.
Question, have you downloaded the workbook and you're completing the workbook as you go?
Yeah, I've got the workbook downloaded. I know it's a PDF file that's workable, and I've put all my details on there. My spreadsheet that I normally have is very different to the one that we've got. So I've literally just transferred as much as I can from my current budget plan onto this one. So I'm working how they tell you how to go through the course.
Got you. So guys, that's also a tip when you're watching the content inside the videos. Don't forget the workbook, because the content is not going to set the homework. You take the information from the content and then you're completing the workbook. Okay, so that's very, very important. You must, like, I think it's the second video that says download workbook. In fact, it won't make you move to the next video until you've actually done it. So you want to make sure that you have the workbook and you're completing it as you go. You'll see the sections that it relates to. Don't skip ahead, but don't move on to the next section until you've done that. That's very, very key. Okay, so what we'll do is also as well, once we've gone through today's session, I'll open up for Q&A as well. So if you do think of anything, or you do have anything that you think, oh, Nikki, maybe this question, that question, write it down or have it, ready for yourself. And then we'll open up for Q&A as well at the end, just to make sure everyone is in alignment with, their courses, they're in the right place for where they're going, and they can get, the right support as well. Speaking of support, everyone should be inside our support Discord chat. If you're not inside the Discord, please send me a personal message and say, Nikki, I need to get in. It's an app you need to download. It's our community. And that's where you'll put any questions that you have inside. There's a section that says, if you have a question, ask here. And you can ask, you don't have to wait till these Sunday sessions to ask questions. And, we're going to check those messages quite often, and you'll get a quicker response than if you just, sent a message into the other chat. Okay, so please, make sure you're inside that Discord chat. Make sure you check it. There's sections there for each individual course. So once you're learning something, or you've learned something or done something, take the screenshot and put it inside that section of the Discord chat. Okay, so you'll see financial literacy, you'll see Turo, you'll see marketing. When you learn something, or once you've done something, applied it, take a screenshot and then put it inside that section inside Discord. If you don't have the Discord chat, no, it's not a WhatsApp group, it's a Discord chat. It's for members only. Okay, so Gary, you want to get that from Belinda or Charmaine. They will give you the special link, and that will get you inside. You want to download the app first of all. The app is called Discord. It's a purple app. Okay, and once you've downloaded the app, you don't need to do anything. You'll get the link, and then you'll click the link and it will take you inside the chat. And it's really cool because it's not like WhatsApp where all the chats just keep going off and off and off and off. Inside Discord, everything is sectioned in folders. So if you want to see, the Sunday link, for example, for this call, it's in the Zoom ID link section. So you don't have to keep looking through all the chats to look for a Zoom link. If you want to go into a Q&A, you put your questions inside that Q&A section, and then you're going to get the answer inside that section. Okay, we have a chat, just a normal celebration chat, and we also have different parts for, so if you want to talk about Airbnb, you go to the Airbnb section. Hey, who's in Airbnb? What's going on? And you have now a conversation only about Airbnb, and the same with all the others. And as things start to grow, we'll add new folders for the new courses that are coming as well. But it's really organized back there, very, very simple. Soon the WhatsApp chat will not be. We're not going to be in WhatsApp. WhatsApp is just for pre-launch. There's some people inside the WhatsApp that are not active, that have not purchased a package, but the Discord is for people that actually have a package, that are running with us, that are doing, you know, doing this business and taking it serious. So get the Discord link. It's a special link. Once you receive the link, it expires in like 5 hours. So you need to make sure that you click it quickly so that you're able to get on. Okay, that was just a quick one in regards to support. Most of you have either heard the presentation via Zoom or heard the presentation on, you know, on a webinar, or you've heard it face to face, you know, by myself or somebody else. And you would have seen the first or second slide that says the vision of the company is to empower 1 billion customers. All right, 1 billion families across the world. Our vision here, very simple, is to impact 25,000. Okay, that's the goal, 25,000. And it's important that we all understand the vision to impact nations and generations. All right. Why some of you have heard that I've been going into prisons and schools. My heart has always been for the people. And so, you know, we really have a vision here to impact people through our products and services that we have. So anytime you're speaking to someone in regards to what it is it's really important to make sure you share that vision so people understand, look, this is not just about a course. This is about empowerment. It's about really helping people to understand how they can transition their life through information and knowledge that's going to help them to be able to gain wealth, etc., etc. And for the products, is going to be obviously to maintain a healthier lifestyle, get better sleep, lose weight, and feel energized. All right. So shout out to everyone that has dived into their courses this week. Sometimes when things are so easy and so simple, it's easy to not do and easy to put it off. All right. But, you know, put a note in your diary, make a commitment to, you know, to get it done. Because guess what, especially if you guys are building this business, it is also leverage to be able to understand what it is that you're selling. What is it that you're talking about? Why does it impact you? Why is it going to help? Well, go through that course. And I love what Chig said is once I started to leverage the marketing, it piqued his interest to go into the marketing course, right? I'm an advocate for the marketing course. I'm an advocate for financial literacy. And of course, property is something that I'm, you know, very focused on. I absolutely love. But guess the thing, if you have a business and you don't know how to promote it, you have a business and you don't know how to manage the finances, you're not going to have a business for long. And so I know a lot of people diving straight into Airbnb, diving straight into Turo, but here's the thing. You set up a business and you don't know how to market it, the money comes in and you mismanage that money, it's a pointless exercise. So we want to make sure that, you know, we're having holistic knowledge and we're working through the process to make sure that we get the right information. So we're celebrating those of you that have gone through your courses this week. What about those of you that have enrolled someone into this vision this week? Go ahead and just put a 7 in the chat if you have done that. So in the last 7 days, you've enrolled somebody into the business, you've helped someone join the vision, you've been able to make impact. We also want to celebrate you as well. Okay, you know, it's a big deal. You know, it's a big deal taking somebody else on this journey. And, you know, it's really exciting when, you know, you can really see that other people are getting benefit, getting, you know, a sense of excitement over the future because of, you know, the input that you have made. It is a really, really big deal. And it is a good feeling as well. What I'd also like to do is do some quick celebrations in regards to promotions. Let me see if I can get those up. All right. And forgive me if I've missed anybody. So this is the first 4 weeks of the company being open. Okay. And I know some people may not be on the call because some are indeed in Trinidad right now at the Trinidad event. But I want to just go ahead and just share some of the successes that we've had. So we've had team consultant been hit. And that has been by Dr. Marcia, Charmaine, Mr. Gary Dixon. Who else do we have? Rosanna. Forgive me if I've missed any names. Shout out to those individuals. Remember, guys, we attract what it is that we celebrate. And then we also have not ranks up from there. We also have champion positions. Okay, so we have champion, of course. Dr. Marcia again has gone ahead and hit champion. We have Gary Dixon who's hit champion. All right, it's been, you know, a really, really big deal to see, you know, some great results coming forward. Then we had Mr. Gary Dixon hit Sapphire as well. Shout out to him. He's now celebrating in Trinidad. Okay. Now, what else, guys? We have, for those of you that don't know, we have a leadership board. And every week I get a report on our, you know, our top leaders for the week who has been, you know, making massive change. And the first week we had Mr. Gary Dixon. Okay, Mr. Gary Dixon topped the leadership board week 1. Week 2 was Dr. Marcia Demers. She topped the leaderboard week 2. And then we had week 3 and week 4, we had an underdog join, and he has dominated the leaderboard ever since, which is the one and only Mr. Josh Bonds. So can we celebrate Mr. Josh Bonds right now for topping the leaderboard 2 weeks in a row? I mean, he's been very, very diligent. He's been, you know, very, very focused since he's come in and really dedicated on helping other people. So in fact, what I would love to do is see if I could get Josh up. Let me see if I can get you up. Boom. There we go. I'm there we go. We're cooking with gas, Josh. I managed to do that. Cool. So tell me, Josh, what has been the game changer for you? I know you've been doing, you know, a lot of events since you've come in, more than anybody else. But what has been the game changer for you?
I'd personally say leveraging yourself. In my previous company, I never had the opportunity to have that third person to obviously leverage. I was always that person that I was being leveraged on, if that makes sense. So for me personally, it's obviously grateful to work around you, Nikki. And yeah, you're the reason. Literally, I just leveraged you, spoke about you, edified you, took the focus off me, see what you've done for other people, and obviously just run up events. I know how powerful events can be. And yeah, we've been running it. So we've literally not even got started. Let's just say that.
Come on. So talk to me about the events, because we've just come back from your event again. This is the third event that we've done for you in like 2 weeks. Like you're working me. I'm not even gonna lie. Like Josh is coming. He's like, Nikki, come true. We're doing this. I know you came out to the Wednesday event as well. And you have developed like a culture already. Like it's a real culture of events, like quick. What would you say? Yeah. Okay, so we've just done this event. What, like from your point of view, what would you say was, you know, a conversation, say how you've been able to, you know, execute this event? So what got people in the room? What was your what was your maybe your process, your strategy in getting people into the room? And you've done this 3 weeks in like 3 solid events in a row, plus in Greenwich, you also brought some people down there, and these people ain't local, so you live like just under 3 hours away from me, okay? Not, you know, in the heart of, you know, the city of London or anything like that. And you've managed to get, like today, a guy came from Coventry to be at the event. You've got people traveling from crazy different parts of the world to be at an event. What's your strategy? Talk us through even like what you say, so that, you know, some of us could learn. How many of you on this call wouldn't mind, you know, packing out an event week after week after week? Just say me in the chat if that's something that you would want to get, because, you know, this man is doing it. So it'll be great to hear from your point of view, you know, what your strategy is.
Yeah. So for me, obviously, what I kind of realized is obviously network marketing is a skill. And with a skill, you just have to study it. And like you were saying today, Nikki, it's just about stretching the muscle. So I went back to the basics of Eric Worre. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of Eric Worre, but if you haven't, please study this gentleman. He's the king of network marketing. So he's got like a few short snaps on YouTube about how to actually invite. And most people do the opposite. So I remember when I first started my journey, you'll make a phone call and you're on the phone for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, chatting about mom, uncle, granddad, etc. That's not what you called for. So what I do is I try and make it a 2-minute phone call. So we're in with a hurry. Look, I'm about to go into a meeting. I'm about to do this. I'm about to do that. Obviously, and then make a compliment. Make sure it's genuine. So if I was to ring, I don't know, Aaron, for example, when I rang Aaron, I said, yo, Aaron, long time. I'm literally in a rush. I know you've been a great leader, a great friend to me, etc., etc. I'm working very closely with a multi-millionaire, and I edify the hell out of Nikki. So if you guys don't know about Nikki, get to know her story, get to know her accomplishments. People want to know who you know more and truly. People know me for obviously me, but I'm no good. Obviously, I edify Nikki, give them location, and I try and give them enough time as possible. So we had an event on last Saturday, and Sunday we confirmed it for this Sunday. So I knew that, did I say, okay, apologies, I'm new to this. So I had to get people literally knowing straight away people have work, etc., etc. So give them a call on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I give them like a reminder, the same way people get a reminder when they go onto our website, a reminder, look, we've got an event this week. Are you still coming? Are you bringing a friend, etc., etc. So treat it professionally, keep a tab of the people that you're inviting. I went through my whole contact list on my phone book, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and more time people say, oh, they don't have numbers, and then you go on your phone and you got 300-400 people. We're only looking for 2 to start a business. So that's what worked for me. And then it's just about repetition, going through the numbers. And once you put people in front of Nikki, you guys know how good this business is and how good she is, then it kind of does it for itself.
Wow. I'm going to bring up Aaron, Mr. LA Pips. So Josh brought you in.
Yep.
And you're close to champion as well. So it's no games. Like, you two are saying, listen, Nikki, we are at the dinner, we're not playing. And you've obviously been at the events as well. Like, being someone who was at an event and heard the information, what would you say to anybody on this call, the power of being in the room? Like, what have you learned personally just by being in the room at the events? Because you've been at every event that we've done in Uxbridge. What would you say will be, your key takeaways?
For me personally, when obviously we've heard it before, when people say that events are powerful, it really is once you're really there. Because I've been to the events where there's thousands of people, but when you go to events where there's a small number of people, it allows you to connect much more. Because some people are kind of nervous when it comes to thousands of people to pick up their hand or even to speak. You don't really get the opportunity. But when there's a small number of 20 to even 15 of you lot, and then obviously Nikki has the opportunity to allow people to answer questions, it gives them that type of thing where I'm also part of the event, where I'm not just listening, I'm also, for example, contributing towards it. So it just builds their confidence and makes them feel like they're not here just to hear a presentation, but they're also here to discuss the actual future goals and what this could actually do for them. So I feel like that's a real game changer, because a lot of people are shy. When you see someone that you don't really know for the first time, you're shy. So when you come in that warm feeling how you are, Nikki, you just make them feel comfortable. It makes them feel relaxed. And then that allows them to ask questions that they wouldn't really ask if they were shy. So I feel like events are powerful, very powerful.
What do you say, Josh? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's just energy. I think I was speaking to someone today about like vibrations and certain energies, and it's all right doing a freeway, like a Zoom call or a virtual event, but it's through a screen. You guys can't, I can only give you so much energy through a screen, but when you're in person, you can feel the genuine energy through obviously personal events. So very powerful events have changed my life, even in my old company. Meeting new people, being vulnerable. I think that's what it's about. Vulnerability leads to growth, and if you're not growing, you're dying, as they say. So get vulnerable. So yeah, it's been a good 3 weeks, and I'm gonna have to use you a bit more, Nikki, if that's okay.
I'm here. Last question for both of you. I'll come to Aaron first. When it comes to what you take away, not as a prospect, but now you're in the team, because I believe that sometimes people that are already in the team, they don't come out to the events because they think, well, I already know the opportunity. So from being there as someone who's in the team, Aaron, I'll come to you first. Like, what have you taken away from the event?
Me personally, what I've taken from the event, everyone that comes to the event has an open mindset. I feel like everyone that actually does attend also wants better for their current situation, but they just want to really see if this more or less opportunity is going to change their current situation. That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
And if you're able to hit every single target, and like today you made I forgot her name, but this young woman, when you said something to her, she's like, I really relate to you on that part of things. And something like that, if you can relate to someone and hit that nerve in someone, it makes them realize that, okay, like I haven't come here just to come here, I'm coming for more of a reason. And actually, this could actually change my situation.
No, but what did it do for you personally? You're already in.
Oh, for me,
yeah.
it
so
just,
why bother show up? You're already in. Like, why are you still coming? You're at every event. You've heard the presentation like at least 5 times, but you still show up every single time.
Like I said to you before, I want to be able to do exactly what you do easier. I want to be able to do exactly how you did that today, last week, Wednesday. I want to be able to do that every single week, easy. That's why I attend. I want to be able to close like you do. I want to make other people feel welcome as you do. I want just to make it roll off the tongue as easy as you do it. I want to do the exact same. And if I could do the exact same, then I can make other people do the exact same thing as well. So that's why I attend. I don't attend because I got guests. Even if I don't have guests, I'm still going to attend. Like I haven't signed up to this thing to be part-time. I've signed up to this thing to be full-time. So if I got to do, I've got to do it, innit?
I love that. What about you, Josh? Because you could easily just put the event on and then went in the other room and just been on your phone or whatever.
Yeah. Very similar to what Aaron said, as in duplication. I think that's key in this business. But also I've kind of developed a mindset where you can never know everything. Once you're uncoachable and you think you know everything, it's with the day you don't know actually anything. So even sometimes I'll come and you might drop a new gem, or you might drop a new information, or it, like I said, the business about duplication.
I switched it up on you lot today, didn't I?
Yeah, exactly. So now there's a new method to how we can drop the business. It's all about learning. Once you feel you know it all, like I said, I'm always trying to have a coachable and learning mindset. So yeah, I can't say I've been to this event once, I've been to that event. No way did I say it.
Yeah, you did.
£3, I thought it was £2, but all right, I'll let you have that. But yeah, duplication, definitely.
Got you. Any questions for the gents before we move on to the next topic? Any questions for the gents in regards to events? Oh, that rhymes. I'm on a roll. Was that helpful, guys? Was that helpful, ladies? Was that helpful, gents? Let me know in the chat. Excellente. I see Chick say no question. Very helpful. Perfect. Thank you, gents. Thank you. So speaking of events, ladies and gents, speaking of events, we have a few events coming up, and I want to tell you guys this exciting news. The end of year celebration is also coming up, and I am in the midst of booking our end of year team party. Okay, so please look out for that. It is going to be, of course, I'm looking at the 1st or 2nd week of December. I will keep you guys updated on that, and it will be nice. It will be a social event, all right, for all of us to get together and really just enjoy and celebrate.
I need to do as well.
Someone else is excited as well.
Educate them children.
Definitely. So end of year, no one got excited about the end of year party. Okay, just take a look at my Instagram and maybe you might get excited. The last party that we had, which was, I think it was before the pandemic, was a game changer. I think. Who was at the ball that we had? So you guys want to make sure that you have your tuxedos, gents. You want to get your ball gowns, ladies. It's going to be a really nice time. I'm just figuring out the details, okay? But we are going to have a very, very, very good time indeed. Closer to that, we of course are hosting our CEO of the company, Dr. David Imonitie, will be here in the UK 26th of this month. Now, those of you that want to attend the private dinner with Dr. David, that will be the 25th of the month, okay? Now, as you know, it is a champions dinner. So to qualify, you must be champion or above, all right? Champion is the equivalent of 6 gold packages or a mixture of, you know, silver, bronzes, but the equivalent, all right? So 6 gold packages sold, 12 silvers, 24 bronzes, okay? That's how you work it out. And you have 2 weeks to qualify. I believe there's 2 more weeks left to qualify. Who will be attending that champions dinner? Let me just see a champion typed in the chat box. If you will indeed be attending that champions dinner, it is going to be an absolutely amazing night. I have never, I mean, right now you see, if you guys are looking at Gary Dixon's stories on social media and some of the videos he's dropped in the group, they went to the champions dinner in Trinidad yesterday. And I tell you this, guys, they are coming back fired up. Rosanna hadn't hit champion. She didn't qualify. So what Rosanna did is Rosanna stood outside of the champions dinner. And as Dr. David was walking in, as Mr. Gary McSween was walking in, Pastor Luke was walking in, Rosanna was catching them on their way in and taking pictures with them and talking to them. Because she just didn't, she hadn't qualified. And she's out there and she's fired up. She's like, Nikki, there's no way I'm coming back and missing the champion dinner here in the UK. And, you know, it's a little bit like what the gents were just talking about, proximity and being close to, keeping close to the fire, okay? Being close to the fire, making sure that, you know, you have the access to what's happening right now. And Rosanna was clever. She went with Gary. And Gary had the, you know, the personal invitation and she was able to get the location, but only champions will get the location here in the UK. Dr. David has not spared any expense on this dinner, put it that way. It's going to be incredible, absolutely incredible. And, you know, I just wouldn't miss it for the world. I'm just being honest. I would not miss that event. So let's go through these 5 steps so everybody's in absolute agreement, understanding what it is. So step number 1 is find your why. Now submit 5 reasons why you're doing this business to the person that enrolled you, your sponsor and your upline leader, okay? Now there's 5 reasons, okay, are going to be used to help you through the tough times, to help you when your mind is not focused. Okay, that's what they're for. And so if you're in this business, you know, more than a day and you haven't submitted to me as your upline leader or your sponsor, the person that brought you in, your why, all right, you really want to get that done. Now, why is this is important? Because this is the real reason why you're here. Okay, we can't mentor you to your goals if we don't know what the goals are. So why are you here? Is it to quit your job? Is it to get a little extra money? Is it to get information on financial literacy? What is the reasons why you're here? So we really understand what you're doing here, how we can help you to assist you, and also how to hold you accountable to those reasons. The second thing you want to do is to become a product of the product. So most of you have the digital products. So you want to be going into your back office, envisionu.com, logging in and going through the courses, okay? Going through your coursework, taking the information, downloading the workbook, becoming a product of the product, going through what you've paid for, okay? If you have the sprays, you want to start using the sprays, be a testimony. One of the things, once we get the sprays here in the UK, is we will be giving out. Imagine somebody comes to talk to you and they say, oh, yeah, it's not for me. Okay, let me give you this sleep spray, bring it back to me tomorrow, but let me know how you sleep tonight. You get a testimony in 24 hours. That's the power All right, that's the power of being a product of the product. Now that person comes out, oh my gosh, it really worked. They may just want to buy from you, or they say, you know what, actually, I'm so passionate about this, I actually want to sell them as well. All right, same like the courses. Guys, do you know, very simply, you're doing your course, you do a quick boomerang on social media, and people are like, oh, what's that you're doing? Oh, I'm just, you know, I'm doing a course on da-da-da-da-da. Very simple, but you got to be a product of the product. Now, if you're somebody that wants to turn this into a business, you pay the $19.99, okay, £20, $20, and that will mean that you are now a visionary builder. That now gives you cash instead of points for your enrollments, okay? You no longer get points, you now just get cash for your enrollments inside the business. So what you want to do is you want to build a list of, you know, on here it says 100. I'm not caught up by the number, but you want to just write a list of individuals, and you want to be able to call them and invite them onto one of these calls that we have Monday to Friday. When are our calls, guys? We have our calls Monday to Friday. The company has the company calls are also, what have I done? The company calls are also Monday to Friday, 3 times a day. Okay, so we have opportunity calls that we call them vision calls here, and the vision call is going to go through the opportunity every single day, and it's the same link every time. Now I do opportunity calls as well 5 times a week, okay, and 4 times a week, Monday through Friday, except Wednesdays because I'm at the event. Now this is 10 p.m. UK time on a Monday, and then Tuesday, Thursday, Friday is 9 p.m. on Zoom. Now the company calls are happening 3 times a day, 6, 12, and 6, 9, and 12 CST time, which our time you're looking at. Someone help me, Dr. Marcia, help me out. I always get confused with our times. 6 p.m. our time, I know, is the one that we use here in the UK. And then I think it's midnight and then 3 a.m. if I'm right, okay? Hopefully that's correct. These are happening every single day. The calls that I do on Zoom is 10 p.m. on a Monday, and then on a Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 9 p.m., okay? I'm doing these calls and I'm showing the opportunity, okay? So you have, so yes, and the ones that's being done by the whole company, all of us leaders take it in turns to do them, and it's 6 p.m. UK time, then midnight, and then 3 a.m. Monday through Friday, okay? And again, it's the same link, mvupresentation.com. All right, so literally there's a 5-minute video. You could share that 5-minute video to someone. They watch the 5-minute video, and the question is, have you watched the video? Yes. Tell me more. No problem. Join this call. They join the call, they get all the information. After the call, the question is did you have any questions, or are you ready to get started? They say, actually, I've got some questions. Cool, hold that thought. Let me add Nikki on the call. Let me add Josh on the call. Let me add whoever your mentor is. Let me add them on the call. Add them on the call, they answer the questions. Now you have an expert answering questions. Guess what happens? Boom, the person now has all the information to decide whether or not they want to get started. This is the easiest way to make an additional income stream, all right? And on the 5 steps, it tells you there the art of launching your business, okay, is a very, very powerful YouTube video. I will put it inside the Discord so everyone knows where it is, okay? And that will help you to really build your business. At the end of the day, guys, you share a 5-minute video. Some will say yes, some will say no. You're not in control of that. And to be fair, whoever wants it will take it. Whoever doesn't won't. Okay. But if you're building this business, you want to give yourself, you know, permission to win big. And the only way you win big is by investing time into your business. All right. Then you've got step 4. Again, this is for people that are building the business. you want to book 4 vision party meetings. So far, myself and Josh have done 3 vision party meetings. All right. You want to book at least 4. Some of you have started and then you dropped off. You started, you did 1, you did 2, and then you just stopped. Why stop when something works? Something works, keep doing it. Don't stop. One thing you're not going to find leaders, and somebody today at the event was like, well, how do you gain mentorship? How do you get mentorship? And I said it very openly and honestly, your mentor's not going to chase you. You must chase them. How is it that Josh has got me, you know, where he is, basically just because of what? He's working. He's like, Nikki, I want another vision party meeting. I want another vision party meeting. All right. Yes, Josh, we can do that. Yes, it is. Next week is definitely it. So you want to make sure that you utilize the Zooms. You want to make sure you utilize, listen, there are other days in the week as well, guys. Right? There are other days in the week. But I tell you this, when we start, when you see everyone on Instagram at that champion dinner, and you know that you didn't do the best that you could to get there, it's gonna be too late. So trust me, if you know that you really want to do this, then you want to book 4 vision party meetings. Now, how it works is you do 1, and then boom, you book another one for at that time. Then again. So now we tell your guests, listen, the next one is going to be such and such. You come back, but you bring your guests as well. And let's see if we can help you be dual team qualified. And by dual team qualified, it just means just to get your 2. You all have seen that thing, you know, get 2 and everybody gets their 2. Well, if we help everyone get their 2, guess what happens is we're producing that wealth tree come the end of the 12 months. All right. So you want to book 4 vision party meetings. And even if you're not in the country, you can do that via, you know, online as well. Okay. So it doesn't have to be in person. In person is great if you're in the same country. But if you're not, I know I started with Barbados. I did 3 for Barbados. We've done some for the US. We've done, you know, face-to-face here in the UK. We did a few home meetings for Belinda. We've done a few one for Jen as well. But you want to make sure that you have consistency, and that's how you build momentum. We build from event to event. Events is what's going to blow up your business. If you don't, and what's an event, guys? Go ahead and type in the chat. Event could be a live vision party meeting like a Wednesday that we do in Greenwich. An event could be a private event like what Josh has done today. An event could be a Zoom call. An event could be a freeway call, right? An event could literally be a one-to-one with your mentor. How you promote for events will determine how much money you make. So if you think about it, if you're not promoting for an event, then that's why you're not making no money in that area. So you want to make sure that you've mastered the art of promoting, leverage. You know, one of the things that Josh said there is he's edifying me. When I talk, I edify Dr. David. Why? Because people always want to see who it is that you're connected to. So learn edification, learn how to edify. This business is all about edification. Hey, I'm just calling because there's somebody I want you to meet. I want you to meet someone, you know, really good at business, launching. There's a new business that they're launching, and I think you will get on with this person. Okay, this is the person I want to introduce you to. Show them the Instagram page, show them the person's accolades, and then boom, okay, cool, make that introduction. And then you have step number 5 is for everybody, regardless of building the business or not, you want to make an 18-month commitment. Why? Because this is not something that is going to be a get rich quick or an overnight success. It's a marathon, not a sprint. One of the worst things you can do is compare yourself to anyone else. Don't do it. Don't do it at all. All right. But just know that through your consistency and your focus, and as long as you know you're following the blueprint, that is what you need to do. Ask yourself the question, am I doing what I need to do in order to get the results that I want? Nobody else. Am I doing what I need to do in order to get the results that I want? Right? So you're working it backwards. So you're saying, this is my why, and this is what I want. Well, based on what I want, am I doing what is required? Am I doing what I need to do to get what I want? Right? That is the biggest question that we have to ask ourselves. It's not about feelings. It's not about emotions. I'm saying, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to wake up early. I don't want to pick up the phone. That's fine. But what you're doing right now, is it going to get you the results that you want? Okay. How many of you know that there's more that you can do? Just type more in the chat, right? If you know that there's a next level in you, okay, type more in the chat. If you know that there's a next level, a new level in you right now, that you know that this week, because there's 2 weeks left until Dr. David comes. And so for those of you that want to get to that next level, now is the time to get creative. Now is the time to say, listen, let's put the focus in right now. Okay. Are there any questions around the 5 steps? Right. So the first one is your why. You send that to your sponsor and your upline leader. Second, become a product of the product. Third one, if you're building the business, you want to make sure you've paid your £20 and then you build your list. Then you want to have 4 vision party meetings, make an 18-month commitment. You can actually pay your £20 just before or at the same time as the first person you have to enroll. So you don't need to pay it straight away, okay? That's important because that £20 is a monthly fee. So until you're ready to enroll one person, you don't have to pay it, all right? The presentation is via WhatsApp. It's there already, chicks. I'll resend it again. I've sent it a few times, but I'll resend it so you guys can star it. And I'll also make sure it's inside the Discord under resources, so you have this PowerPoint as well. Now, here's the thing about showing the plan, because showing the plan is how you're going to really build big. How many of you can read this slide? Someone tell me yes or yes. Everyone on here can read this. So here's the thing. All you have to do is read the presentation slides. You don't have to have a Zoom call. You can meet someone in a coffee shop and just read these slides. You can literally read the slides, guys, right? I know Mary's been doing that. I know a few of you already started doing it. You don't have to wait for opportunity call. You don't have to wait for me. You don't have to wait for anyone. You can literally take charge of your business and begin to read these slides. Simple. You can do it one-on-one. You don't need a whole group Zoom to do this. And you just read the slides, right? And then edification, after you finish reading it, say, hey, do you have any questions? Hold up, let me get my mentor in the call, and boom, your mentor is going to close that call out, or close that customer, or explain to the customer, or answer any of the questions that the customer may have to help them make an informed decision. Okay, so very, very important in that. Guys, we have a major celebration. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I'm going to drop it inside the chat right now. Okay, and then I'll open up for any questions. Let's see if I can find it. Look out in the chat. Let's see if I can find this. So everyone should see it in the chat box right now. We have our very first triple diamond promotion. Mr. Gary McSween has hit triple diamond, guys. Triple diamond, Mr. Gary McSween. Now, guys, I seeing this is just very, very exciting. Like, this gentleman came from like very humble beginnings, couldn't even afford a ticket to the event that he went to all these years ago in his first company, and now to be the first highest income earner in the entire company. Guys, his first check here was 70 grand. His first check, weekly check, $70,000 US. Going from not being able to afford a ticket to an event, someone had to buy him a ticket to the event. They sowed that seed in him that has now paid dividends. Triple diamond. Now remember, diamond, you're looking at around 20K a month with all the income streams. Double diamond, you're looking at around 50. Triple diamond is almost 200K a month. This is crazy. Like, this is nuts. And we celebrate him. And guess what, guys? He is coming to the UK to our event on the 26th. Now, the question I have to ask you guys is this. Whose life are you sewing into? You have a Gary in your phone book right now that can't even afford the £10 to get to the event. How many tickets have you bought to this event? How many people are you bringing with you to the event? How many seeds are you sowing? Guys, the law of the seed is powerful. I made a commitment that I'm going to personally be bringing 200 people to this event, personally. What's your commitment, guys? How many of us, first of all, will be at the event on the 26th? Say me. Because this is huge. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Like being in the room, Dr. David Imonitie, Gary McSween, Luke Kwamina, who just hit diamond inside this business, the CEO himself. Now, something Dr. David told me is every person you bring to an event adds $1,000 a year on your income. So knowing that, how many people do you want to be at the event on your personal invitation? How many people do you want to bring? Like, I had a girl yesterday, and see, this is why you have to be authentic. You have to genuinely believe it. Guys, I understand the power of Dr. David. I am a product of that. I understand the power of being in a room with, like, who was on the VIP call last week with Pastor Luke Kwamina? I know some of you are asking for the recording of that. How powerful, I'm not even going to say anything. How powerful was it having access to, this is who I have access to every day. This man knows his stuff. To be able to have that level of communication and that intimacy with a gentleman like that was unbelievable. And if you're in the Champion of Champions chat and you wasn't in that on that call, I just don't know what to say. If you are somebody who wants to build this business, send me a DM and ask to be put inside that chat. That is a private chat for people that are building this business strong, that have a vision to go big. If you have a vision to go big and you want to build this business, send me a private DM. I will add you to that Champion of Champions chat and you're going to get access to calls like that. But this is hardcore stuff. This is focus. There's no excuses, right? And I called in, you know, Pastor Luke, and I said, can you come on this call? So that, you know, I want you to, you know, help me with this call. And I did the part of the call, and then he came on and, you know, did the other half. And I tell you, just to have access to him changed the game. And so here's what it is. We have Pastor Luke, Gary McSween, multi-millionaires, and Dr. David, CEO of the company, coming to the UK. They don't come every day. It's not like they're taking a bus. And they're coming to the UK. I called this girl and I said, listen, what's going on for you, blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh my gosh, I've been meaning to call you. I saw the flyer on your page. How often are you posting? How often are you talking about it? Is it on your page? Are you sharing this information? Are you telling people that there's an event? She's like, I've seen this on your page, blah, blah, blah. I said, great. Are you coming? Have you bought your ticket? She's like, oh no, I've got to go to the hairdressers. I'm doing my braids. I said, girl, forget your braids. Your braids are important when a billionaire is in town. What braids? This is $1 billion opportunity. You don't need to be doing your braids, girl. And she's going to thank me that I made her guy in the room. Somebody else said they had work. I said, cancel work. Phone them and tell them you can't come. This is important. This is going to change your life. Somebody says they can't come to you, like, okay, yeah, cool. No, you need to be in the room. This is important. Like the seeds that's going to be sown inside this room is life transformational. Every single time I've been to an event, things shift on the inside of me. Something changes. There's a new fire that comes into my belly. There's a passion. There's new skill sets that I'm like, yo, this is it. This is it. Boom, boom, boom. Every single event. And now we have the 3 wise men. Come into the youth. Now I'll tell you this. Who's ever said, oh, I'll be at the next one? Next one. Who said there's never gonna be another one like this? You get all 3 of them in the room at the same time? This event will never happen again. So now you have to have that level of passion when we are talking about this event. That's how powerful this event is gonna be. And so, you know, I'm always a bit concerned when I see someone's bought 1 ticket. Oh, you coming by yourself, right? Why? You understand the law of the seed. How many of you have been studying the book? I gave it to us. It was our book of last month. The 7 laws you must honor to have unwavering success by Mr. Mike Murdoch. 7 laws, very short book, quick book. 7 laws you must honor to have massive success. And he speaks about these laws, and one law he talks about is the law of the seed. You guys remember that? The law of the seed. 7 laws you must honor by Mike Murdoch. 7 laws you must honor. Let's see if I pull it up for you. Right? 7 laws you must honor to have uncommon success. Let's see if I put it up on set. It looks like this very quick book, short, very short. There we go. Look, only 4 quid. Very, very short book. You read it in a day. But I tell you what, when you study that book, you're going to see some things come out. They're going to come out of that book. 7 laws. Now, one of the laws is the law of the seed. You guys have heard you reap what you sow, right? You reap what you sow. And we've been doing a lot of, we'll be talking today about, in fact, the mindset call that we have tomorrow. So it's Mondays, 9 p.m. UK time is our mindset call. And I'm going to be doing some teaching tomorrow on that call in regards to the law of giving, right? Because there's a law when it comes to giving. But this particular law we're talking about here is the law of the seed, right? So whatever you sow, you know that there is going to be what? Reaping. There's going to be a fruit attached to that. And so if you reverse engineer it and you want a fruit, you got to go back and ask yourself, where am I sowing seeds? How much seeds have I sowed? If you've bought 2 tickets, double it. 2 more. If you're in a position where you say, hey, look, I don't even have the money to even just about barely buy my ticket, then you make up for it in telephone calls. You make up for it in speaking to people to say, hey, look, you need to be at this event. I'm going to be there. You need to be there. Let's make sure we're there together. You don't want to show up there. Listen, every single event I've been to, there's always someone that said, oh, should have brought some more people. I wish such and such was here. They would have loved this. Don't be that guy. Don't be that girl. Really understand the law of the seed. And there's something around sacrifice, guys. There's something around when you make a commitment, you buy 10 tickets, you sell them back on. You buy 20 tickets, you can, gift them to someone. But you can't show up to an event like this and not let somebody know that you're coming and not let people know you. We should be screaming this from the rooftops. This is huge. How many of us grew up just had billionaires rolling in our backyard? I know I didn't. So the law of the seed, read that book, 7 laws you must honor to have uncommon success. It will change your life. Listen, guys, I am not telling you this. The money's not going in my pocket. It's not for me. All right. I'm telling you this because I understand the law of giving, the law of sowing seed. You guys get, I know Josh gets it because I taught a little bit of it today. I know Aaron gets it. What happens, Josh or Aaron, when you give to a king? What happens when you sow into a king? What is the law when it comes to sowing, right? When you sow into good soil, when you give to a king, it has to be returned to you, but more, never the same, more. More. So you want something, guess what happens is you've got to give more. You can't not give. You can't not sow, right? And I know some people might be thinking, Nikki's gone crazy. I tell you this stuff works, but if you're not willing to stretch that muscle to understand it and to make a sacrifice and to say, hold up, this is serious business. Let me tell you this. You guys study this. There was a woman, she was at the well. And the woman at the well was like, hey, look, I'm so thirsty. Homeboy comes up to her and says, give me a drink. She's like, give you a drink? I ain't giving you a drink. Do you know who I am? I ain't giving you a drink. Not knowing that it's Jesus. Did Jesus need a drink from her? Did he need a drink from her? She's so silly. She didn't even understand. And he didn't ask for the whole well. He asked for a cup. How are you going to tell? How are you going to tell Jesus who he is the well, right? That he don't know who you are, and you ain't even going to give him a cup. He's asking for a cup. Why? Because he wants you to give. So he's going to do what? What is he going to do back when you give him a cup? What's he going to do back? He's actually doing his best to bless you, and you are mocking it because you don't understand. I think the word actually says, if you knew who I was, you'd be asking me for a drink. But you don't understand the law. So you think, come on now. Come on now. I need us to understand this stuff. She was so ignorant. She thought she was it. She's like, what? You want a cup from me? I'm thirsty. You don't even know who I am. Not knowing that he's there to, he wants to bless her, but he can't. But listen, guys, you cannot bless what you don't, like there's nothing there. You've got to sow seed. You have to sow seed. It's very important. It's very important. Believe me when I say, when you sow seeds, there's a fruit that comes off of that seed. A lot of people won't get it. A lot of people will get it later on in life. I've studied this stuff for over 10 years, and I was listening back to some of my old stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just got another revelation. Some of us want to reap what we haven't sown. Some of us want the glory without putting the work in. Some of us get frustrated over the results that we don't have on the work that we haven't done. You're not going to see the fruit if you don't plant the seed. And so here we are, and we've been talking, and I've been at events, and I've been talking, I've been saying this, and most of you have seen me a few times and heard me. And I'm teaching you guys, this is what happened when I went to an event. This is where I met David, at an event. This is what happened at an event. This is what happened at the event. Everything was happening at the event, which unlocked the private access. And so the seed that you sow for the event is what's going to happen inside the, the fruit that you begin to see. How you start to see your business flourish, how you start to have, good, solid relationships. People come to you and say, you know what, thank you so much for making sure I was at that event. It changed my life. But when you're not sowing the right seeds, and when you're getting, annoyed because someone says no, or you're throwing in the towel, there's someone waiting for you so that they can live in their goals too. They can be able to step into themselves too. And so I want us all to make a commitment here. I want us to double it. Now, if you've done 0, you can't double 0, right? You can't double 0. How many people are you going to bring to this event? How many people are you bringing to this event, guys? How many tickets are you personally going to buy? I want to see 2 numbers here. How many people you're bringing to the event? How many tickets you're personally going to buy? Because based on that is going to be based on the fruit that you're going to see. So you ask yourself what the fruit is. You want to go diamond. You want to have at least 100 people, at least 50 people at the event. You want to go champion. You need to have at least 20 people at the event. So you have to reverse engineer it. You want to reverse engineer this bad boy and say, okay, this is what I want. These are how, you see how it works is, in order for you to get what you want, you got to help other people get what they want. That's the law. When a lot of people say that, they're not happy where they are financially, it normally means they're not helping enough people. And so I want us to make a commitment. If you haven't bought any tickets yet, guys, don't wait for them to run out before you buy a ticket. Make a decision. Make a decision. Like, I know Dr. Marcia is out there in the States. And one of the things, I found very, very helpful, #London, #UK. I saw you inviting all your UK newfound friends, Dr. Marcia. Get creative. #London. Social media is there. But don't let this opportunity, why am I hitting hard on this? Because some of us, it goes over our head and you miss out on an opportunity that is there for you. I'm gonna end on this quick story, and it is very simple. I was telling the guys today this story, and I'm gonna tell you guys again. You guys heard of the guy where the house was burning down and he says, God is gonna come and save me. House is burning down. The door knocks, guy comes out the car, knocks the door and said, get in the car, the house is burning down. The guy turns around and says, no, God will save me. But the fire carries on going. He goes up the stairs into the bedroom onto the first floor. Somebody comes up with a ladder, knocks the door and says, climb out because downstairs is burning. You can't go back down there. Come through the window and let's go in my car. The guy says, no, God is going to save me. The fire carries on going, so he's now standing on the roof. Guy comes with a helicopter. Get in the helicopter, the house is burning down. The guy says, no, I'm a good, solid man of faith. God is going to save me. Now the house burns down and the man dies. He's at the pearly gates looking at God, shaking his head. God, I've served you. How did you let me die? I served you, God, with all my heart and soul. And God says back to him, how did I make you die? I sent you a guy with a car. I sent you a guy with a ladder. I even sent you a helicopter. And you refused the help that I sent you. Sometimes we're looking for it in the wrong places. Maybe it doesn't come packaged in the way that you want it to come. But when there's an opportunity for you, you keep telling, you keep turning away the opportunity. You got to be open and receptive to the opportunity that comes your way. It won't always come in packaged in the way that you expect. He's not coming down on a white horse with wings to fly and say, hey, it's me, it's God with your opportunity. He's going to send it through people, through a word. This is why you should never miss an event you qualify for. This is why you got to be in the room. This is why you got to pay attention to mentorship. This is why you got to make sure you do the right things. Is it easy? Hell no. But that's why we have accountability. That's why we're here together. That's why we keep, pushing each other and encouraging each other. That's why we're going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Now, what you need to hear is you got to be in the room. You got to be at the event. You don't want to be there alone. You want to bring some people with you. Make a commitment. You make a commitment, buy some more tickets. Make a decision. Make today say, listen, one thing I've learned, and I'm a woman of faith, when I want an income increase, I sow seed. I'm gonna teach you something real quick. When you want an increase, when you're waiting for a breakthrough, when you want something to happen, sow a seed. And you dedicate. Am I lying? How many of you on this call has ever sown seeds and know what I'm talking about? Guys, I'm just teaching you what I know. Sow seed. When you want an income increase, when you want a transformation, sow seed. That fruit, that seed cannot come back void. It must bear fruit. Someone on this call will testify. After the event, you're going to say to me, Nikki, oh my God, this is the person that I paid the ticket for, and look at them. They're now champion. This is the person that did this. They're now thanking me. Some of you are going to thank me. Some of you are going to ignore it because you're in your mind. That's fine. But maybe one of you on this call is going to understand what I'm saying, where you have to sow a seed. That you're tired of the financial situation that you're in right now. You're tired of having the situation. You have to sow seed, guys. You choose how you do it, but don't leave it too long. So guys, with that being said, questions, I'm gonna open up. Let me just check to make sure I've gone through everything. So I've told you about the event. Please, I'm gonna give some more information on our, our end of year festive, party. We need to be in the events. Also as well, one more event that I'm going to plug is for the Rubies to be in the room in Vegas, but also you want to make sure that you have your ticket for the virtual experience in January. This virtual experience, guys, is no joke. The virtual experience is going to be powerful. So either you're in the room as a Ruby in Vegas, or you're going to be on the virtual experience, okay? That's vital. That's something that you don't want to miss. Again, put these dates in your diary. Make sure that you have these dates here. Screenshot this if you haven't got it. Let me just pull it up for you guys. Here it is. This is our official launch. This should be plugged. Now, this is where we utilize social media. Everything should be on social media. You want to blast social media, let social media know that there's something big happening. I'm going to put all the flyers back in the chat again, so you guys can leverage that on social media. Don't just send a link and a picture to someone. Pick up the phone, call them. Okay. Worst case, send a voice note. Let them hear the excitement in your voice. Let them hear that, this is something that they can't miss. All right. I sent some examples of how I invite people via voice note, and also how I invite via telephone call. The worst thing you can do is just dump it in a group chat or dump it in someone's message. No one reads these, copy and paste messages anymore. Let them hear your voice. That will take time, yes, but it's gonna be time worth spent. Hey, Pauline, hey, it's Nikki. Just calling to let you know, I've just dropped you a link for a chat. So excited, Dr. David's in the UK. I thought of you because I know you're about that life. The last time we spoke, you were talking about, not being in, around the right circle of people. Well, this is the room where you want to be in. Positive people, we're going to speak life into you. Hit me up. Let me know when you buy the ticket so that we can, at least sit together or sit near each other. And I can't wait to see you soon. Boom. That's personal. I said her name. It's not like a circa message where I've sent it to 100 people and just forwarded it to her. That's a personal message that I've sent for Pauline. Pauline gets back at me. Oh, Nikki, I clicked the link. I can't really find. What date is it? I'm not sure if I'm at work. Hey, Pauline. Yeah, it's the 11th. Listen, girl, even if you're at work, tell them you can't come in. This is worth it. You need to be there. Now I'm having a personal conversation with Pauline rather than me sending her a copy and paste message that I've sent to everybody, and she just feels like I've sent it to everybody, not even responding. Okay, so very important. End that voice note with a question. Let me know that you're able to make it. Also, how's the kids, right? So now, boom, the question is there. She's going to respond back, and now you've got open dialogue. All right. So it's important, guys, that we do this properly. Don't just be insensitive. Don't be impersonal. Send it to people directly. Don't be copying and pasting and doing broadcasting. It doesn't work. Have personal conversations with people. Really help people, really want to help them. Do it authentically. Don't cut corners and cheat because you just want to get 100 people there, 200 people. No, speak to people properly, do the right thing. And I promise you it's going to pay dividends. So do we have any questions right now? Hopefully you guys have taken a screenshot of that. Any questions, anything from you guys, anything that you unclear of, then, please unmute, let me know. If not, we can take it inside, the Discord chat into the Q&A section.
I got one quick question. You see, when you was talking about the video, the 5-minute video, would you more or less pique their interest about it, then send the video, or would you just send the video? How would you go across with it?
So the video is self-explanatory. So it's just, hey, I'm going to send you a video. Do you have 5 minutes real quick?
Yeah.
They say, yeah. Okay, watch it and then we talk after.
All right, perfect. That's what I needed to know.
No one here needs to be a superstar. A lot of the time we overtalk things as well. Hey, I'm going to send you a 5-minute video real quick. You're going to watch it? Yeah, what it's about. When I send it, we talk after. Right? If I'm going to explain the 5-minute video, it's going to take me 5 minutes to explain it. You might as well watch it. Yeah. So don't go into too much detail. Yeah, so each link is individual to the person. So you'll need to DM and then you'll get the link. The link is individual to each person. So it's not a link that I can just put out in the chat, because once one person clicks it, the link is expired. So just send me a private message and I can send you a Discord link. Great question. Any other questions? I'm going to drop all the material from this call inside the chat so you guys can have it. And then I'm going to put it in Discord as well so you guys can have it as well. Unmute yourself if you have any other questions. So this is our weekly call. Usually it will be 7 p.m, not 8 p.m, just simply because I was running from the other event whilst we changed it. Also, as well, we normally have the company call as well, and that is normally straight after. But we needed to do this because we've had a lot of people join, over this week, and I really wanted to make sure that everyone gets the right information and also gets prepared for this event that's going to take place in 2 weeks in the UK, as well as prepare for the Vegas trip as well. All right, everything is event to event to event. Now, here's the thing, guys, as I close out on this, the Christmas stroke end of year stroke festive, whatever you want to call it, end of year party that we're going to have is not just open to the team, it's an event. Okay, so you can also promote that. Let me tell you this about culture. Culture sells. We don't have to show the plan. We don't have to do nothing. People come and see that there's nice vibes and I think, oh, what's going on here? So it's going to be, it's an event. Everything is an event, okay? So except for these calls, which are for obviously team only, when that event drops, you want to make sure that you have people coming, especially after the pandemic, people are just getting out again. We want to have fun. It's going to be in London somewhere. Someone messaged, where is it going to be? It's going to be in London somewhere. I'm just finalizing 2 places and then I'll let you guys know. But we're going to have some fun. There's not going to be any flip charts or any, we're not going to be talking about the business. It's going to be fun. I got DJ music. It's going to be in a club. Okay. So it's going to be nice. It's going to be booked out, not open to the public, just our guests, our people. So it's going to be a nice time. We'll have a bar. We'll have, I'm hoping that we can get food as well. If not, we'll do food first and then go there after. It's going to be a good vibe. Tuxedo, get your ball gowns, all of that. And we're going to have some good energy to end off the year, to kickstart the new year. All right. So you want to make sure you invite your guests to that. You want to get them there. All right. And we're going to have a good time. Oh, Charmaine, don't talk to me about dress shopping. I ain't going dress shopping with you again. Every time I go with Charmaine, I end up spending 3 times the amount that I wanted to spend, and getting in trouble with my husband for overspending. So we're not doing that, Charmaine. Okay, excellent. Thank you so much for your time. I know we went a little bit over, but I wanted to go through those points. Does everyone understand the 5 steps now? Does it make it a bit more clearer? Please don't forget to get those sent out to whosoever you need to. Discord links as well, and I'll get all of the materials sent. Listen, let's run this up. Let's make it happen. Okay, don't be shy. A lot of things can change before the year end. A lot of things can change in a week, 2 weeks. All right, things can move if you move. All right, so for those of you social media gangsters, take your screenshots, boomerangs. Okay, you can leverage this call, let them know that big things are popping. Okay, tag me in, and let's run this bad boy up. All right, grateful to you all as well. Thank you for trusting in my mentorship. You already know that we are going to run this up all the way up. We ain't gonna stop. We got ranks to pop. Peace out. Let's go. Let's grow.
Thanks, Nikki. Cheers. Cheers.
Bye,
Bless.
guys.
Thank
Bless,
you.
bless.
Bye. Bye, guys.